Hi class. Okay, week one overview. Let's scroll down to week one and see what's what. First, if you haven't already, make sure you go over this. Welcome to the course and getting started. I talked about that in this video up here. So make sure that you do these things, read through these things, meet your faculty member and peers. Again, you don't get points for that, but it's a great way to get to know each other. Let's concentrate on week one. I'm going to open that up. And everything you have to do is right here. This is what you're watching right now. Here is your interactive overview. We're going to look at that. Your book reading, your ebook reading, and reading and practice for your ebooks, and then your week one discussion. So that's everything for week one. So I'm going to click on the week one interactive overview so you can see what it's like. I'm going to click on view assessment. So this just tells you everything. And then you click on view assessment and it brings you right to it. Read through this. It is basically telling you what you need to do for the week and what you need to know, that kind of thing. I really, really like this. And all that you have to do, guys, it's very simple. You get 5 points very simply for answering this question. How do you feel? You might feel really worried. This is the first week, and I expect people to feel like, crap, I'm scared. I don't know what's going on. There's so much. I'm overwhelmed. So you don't even have to use these words, but give me something in here. Notice this submit button right here. I can't submit yet because I haven't written anything yet. Because I do feel really confident or very confident. So I'm going to write very confident. Oh, look, guys. I thought I wrote confident, but I wrote confiders. Let's see. And look what it does. It's like, oh, you misspelled that. Please fix things like that, guys. This is college. This is academic writing. Spell check should be used, okay? So make sure that you take care of misspellings. There's really no excuse. This is, again, academic college level writing. Make sure that you do things correctly. Also, and I don't know why I capitalized that C, I'm going to go back and fix it because there is no reason to have that capitalized. So make sure you capitalize the beginning of your sentence. Don't do random capitalizations. Capitalize the letter I, all that good stuff. Okay. So that's that. And now that I've written something, I can hit submit. Now down here, you can write more stuff if you need to, and you're welcome to write more in here. Okay. If you want, and then hit submit. That's all that you have to do. Bam. Submit. Yep. After you submit it, you can't edit it. Sure. I'm good with that. Submit. I'm not going to download that. I don't need to. Okay. You might want to, but I don't really think you need to. Now it shows the submission has not been graded. If you want to check that it absolutely got in there, because if you're like me, I freak out a little bit about stuff like that. You can go over to your grade book and you can see that it has been submitted. It has not been graded. Everything else hasn't even been opened yet. All right. So let's go back to our content page. Let's go back down to week one. Open that back up. We did our interactive overview. Now we need to do our ebook. So I'm going to click on this using your My Book, and I'm going to launch it. It's going to say, oh, I don't know why it's giving me an error. I think because I am doing, it's probably because I am doing it in student preview. But if you hit launch, it's going to take you right to it. We'll see if that, here we go. No, it's giving me an error again. I think it's because I am in student preview, guys. But it will launch your ebook for you. It takes a few seconds for it to get loaded. Read through it. And then at the end, there are practice questions. You can do those questions as many times as you like. Okay. So do it until you get 100 on it, a 100 on it. And in the grade book, you can go over here and see that it shows as unopened. I think it's absolutely because I am in the student preview. But it will show you your score. Now, let's say on week one reading and practice, you go into that and you only get halfway through it. And you're like, well, I got to close out because, the baby's crying, or I got to get back, my break is over at work. I got to get back to work. It's going to automatically grade it from the point that you stopped. So let's say that you just started reading and only got a little bit through. It might say like 10 out of 40, and you're like, oh crap, that just ruined my grade. Don't worry about it. When you go back in and you finish the reading, it will take care of it for you, okay? Again, with the questions, take them as many times as you need till you get them all correct. So there's no reason not to get full credit for these. The using one, the little tour of how to use it, that's worth 10 points. But every other time that you, excuse me, every other time you're doing your reading practice through all the weeks, it's worth 40 points. So make sure that's an easy way to make sure you always get that full 40 points. All right, let's go back to week 1. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Open, open. So you've done, we watched the overview, we did the interactive overview, we did the first reading, we did the second reading and practice, and now we're going to do our discussion. It is pretty important, guys, to do the reading before you do the discussions, okay? Notice that says due Thursday. Guys, your initial responses due Thursday. You're going to click on this, and it pops this up for you, okay? So I'm going to read all of this. Read, read, read. Reflect. That means just think about it. Act. Before you draft your response to discussion, be sure to read through the week 1 materials, like we just said. You're going to answer these questions. Okay? What challenges do you think you may experience as a student or in the workplace? How might your past experience, your motivation, blah, blah, blah. So, do you need to answer all of these? I will say yes. Okay? You may on some weeks say, well, I really want to focus on this one question, and I can write 175 words and get this and be fine. I will say most likely if your instructors have put the questions up there, you still need to answer all the questions. All right. So answer all of those questions. You'll be sure to meet your 175 words. And you will put it down here. So let me scroll down. You're going to type your response in here. So I'm just going to write blah right now, which would not work, right? I'm going to hit respond. It is not going to be automatically graded. It's going to pop up there, and then people can reply to it. Let's say you wrote that and you didn't mean to. That was a mistake. So sorry. Here is my actual response. And I'm going to put, then I'm going to down here and write my actual response, okay? Because there's not much you can do once you've done that. Now I can delete it. So if you need me to delete your response for whatever reason, you can ask me to. But normally it's not a problem. So guys, you don't need to download those to read it. That's going to come up now. It shows here that I made a response. These other people, of course, no one's made any responses yet because the course isn't open yet. But it shows you the due date as 4/18. Again, that's not when it's due, guys. It is due Monday at midnight. Now, this is very confusing because it says by Thursday. So, guys, it is expected that your initial response is done Thursday, and then your responses to classmates, your 2 responses to classmates or instructor, that's due by Monday at midnight. Again, there's going to be a video here going over this in depth. Please watch that. I know it's a lot of videos, but I want you to know everything that you need to do. So I'm going to close this. Oh, yeah, don't worry about that. I'm going to close this. And that is week 1. And you'll have everything done for week 1. So watch this. You're doing that. Do your interactive overview. Easy peasy answer. You get 5 points. Using your MyBook, read through that. You're going to get 10 points. Reading and practice. Read through it. Do the questions at the end. You're going to get 40 points. Keep doing it until you get a 100. And then do your discussions. And again, watch the video that I put there. It will help you understand the expectations for the discussions. All right, guys, that's week 1. I know it's a lot, but I know you're going to do great. Again, if you have questions or concerns or comments, don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can text me 704-564-3637. You can send me a message here in the classroom and on messages. So when you click on messages, you can type my name in here if you don't want to go through the page. Just click on that send an email copy to recipients, and that's going to come to me. So if you want me to answer a question for you, that's going to be the great way to get a hold of me. If it's immediate and you got an emergency, feel free to text. Otherwise, you can just send me a message in the classroom, or if it's something for everybody, you can do the if you go here, if it's something anyone can answer, go to course questions. All right, guys, enjoy week 1. Thanks. Bye.